Hello everyone, this is your girl Jolly, your lovely host of Hip of Today. This is a show where my guest and I will be discussing educative, entertaining, and impactful topics. Catch me live this and every Friday at 2 to 3 p.m. only on Top G TV. And follow us on our social media platform, Top G Multimedia. For sponsorship, contact the numbers on your screen.
All I require for life, God is giving me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. What He says I am. The way He says I am. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. Where He says I am. Where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking miracles.
Hello everyone, this is your girl Jolly, your lovely host of Hip of Today. This is a show where my guest and I will be discussing educative, entertaining, and impactful topics. Catch me live this and every Friday at 2 to 3 p.m. only on Top G TV. And follow us on our social media platform, Top G Multimedia. For sponsorship, contact the numbers on your screen.
All I require for life, God is giving me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. What He says I am. The way He says I am. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. Where He says I am. Where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking.
Hello viewers, this is Elder Bernard Ameho. Keep watching the youth of today on Top G TV this and every Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. and your life will never be the same because it is very educative. Bye bye. Hello viewers, this is Elder Bernard Ameho. Keep watching the youth of today on Top G TV this and every Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. and your life will never be the same because it is very educative. Bye bye.
Hello, lovely people. It's your girl Grace Downford. Keep watching it on today. This on every Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. at Top G TV, and you will love it. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello, lovely people. It's your girl Grace Downford. Keep watching it on today. This on every Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. at Top G TV, and you will love it. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello, once again. And then so Yasabishia, the youth of today and the Bremo. About 2 o'clock, the next time will say, Mobile share link, my like, na my commenting, ama down phone so it's me a joining. Yes, Emreno, Top G Multimedia for and I saw ya sending. I did programming Bremo. Top G Multimedia, a Juma B to say graphic design, general printing, large formatting, branding, advertising, event coverage, photo shoots, music videos, live streaming, secretarial services, and many more. You better your crew fast say, Omo boy, ya majumedi, diaba, wakwaimu. You better almost so share assay. Say okay, before I introduce my guest, and then menstrual hygiene. Your baby senior dear, your core health, a be senior dear, person as a big try and wabano, wash share, said a bear, Obama, youth yen buy and be man nyina be sua bio because sometimes they see hia mombo na ye hu nyoma bi nti yes emere ye be call break ye ba ye be introduce a guest no.
Hello viewers, this is Elder Bernard Ameho. Keep watching the youth of today on Top GTV. Listen every Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. and your life will never be the same because it is very educative. Bye bye. Hello viewers, this is Elder Bernard Ameho. Keep watching the youth of today on Top GTV. Listen every Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. and your life will never be the same because it is very educative. Bye bye.
Yamakwaba biom about the youth of today so and the topic I day better mo menstrual hygiene said the baby yehuni ewo yen menses mu your guest are no or your nurse of in Sawum your friend no Bra Abdul Salam Jan or your psychiatric nurse Yamakwaba Abdul.
Yo, me about Mr. Jolly, me that was say. So I'm going ba Top GTV so say yembra ambition ade kakra emfa menstrual hygiene home. There are many of the ladies out there who are facing this particular problems or this issue that we need to get to know what we talk about menstrual hygiene so that they can prevent themselves from infections and then go through menstrual cycle without any difficulty as well.
Okay. Yes, say what is good hygiene? What is good menstrual hygiene? That day a year say oh menses smart. Near my papa ben also during your menses.
Psychologically, you can say what is
good hygiene?
Good menstrual hygiene. Now you can say. It's just a matter of you keeping yourself clean and then you keeping your menstrual period, keeping yourself very clean, changing your pad often and often as time as it gets soaked, and then as well as wash down and then do more of cleaning, washing of your hands, changing of linings as well as possible, changing of pad too as possible. We're going to talk about that. If you are not able to clean yourself well during the menstrual cycle, then that means you're going to carry a lot of infections during the menstrual cycle.
Oh, okay. It's during menses, no, we are open to infections. If you were saying, say, to prevent, say, benya infections during that period, no, one should have bit infection.
Probably no. During menstrual cycle, no, a lot of us pick infections based on how we keep ourselves. Ideology, without menses crying, no one say some of us only change our panties when we are going to bath, and then our Bible also our very back home with the whole day, and one say what they need AC. But with the menstrual cycle, no, as and when the pad gets soaked, as and when, and I say, was it we now was a Sunday, you discard it. You wear a new one, you wash your down parts thoroughly, clean, and then, if possible, so we'll feel, and I say, we have one you can wash down. I mean, take a shower. You should do that before you put the new one to as possible.
Oh, okay. So, what is the purpose of menstrual hygiene?
The main purpose of the menstrual hygiene is during the menstrual cycle, make sure you are able to keep yourself clean. Change your pad often when it gets soaked, and then to clean the germs away, as the germs, the flow of the blood when it is there, you are not able to carry any infection into the body system anymore.
And see, so what causes poor menstrual hygiene?
What causes main poor menstrual hygiene? Nana, we are going back to say that, as I said earlier on, as it gets soaked, you should change it. But if you ignore that, oh, okay, ideology, I have bought a part of, let's say, 10 city, and then it's in a pack, you know, your baby, or brandy beer, and they do a womb. Then you can say, be a brand now, we use, you know, currently now, HSA, oh, be 10 womb, and ideology, oh, high menstrual period, to keep a
7 or 6.
let's say probably the highest we could have in the menstrual cycle from 5 to 7 days. You probably never say oh DNA 7, you get to know they say 7 and I'll talk part and they will move back 10. So ideology, you know, you are ignoring say if it gets soaked, you are going to remove it. You fix one in the morning and you fix one in the evening. And I'm saying the whole day, you know, wash part you pay. Not just say you are not getting to know what menstrual hygiene is. As and when it gets soaked, you take it off. Because you might not know when the menstrual cycle will get a lot of more blood pushed out from the system. So as and when it gets soaked, you change it. So you should be always prepared. At least 2 pack of pads should be enough. Because if you ignore this, then that means that you are not obtaining what we say personal hygiene during menstrual cycle. That's a poor menstrual hygiene. You don't wash down. Even you ignore when you change the pad, you don't even wash your hands well. You just take that on dirty hands to any part of your.
Nti sa normal way nyina na cause poor menstrual hygiene. And you were talking about say maximum 6 to 7 days. Sisi your system yi pad back boy say 12 cities was saying. Na o say yento 2 yi say bia me sha back no pa. I was say me manager na e bought say 6 enwura me tima den eji and some fix new one no. Now also say as and when no no ebe hire you and then no so enye way sir ebe hire interest ye ni sika say
say this sika sama chi so dia na oh yeah say you will still go back to the poor menstrual hygiene American 17 because the kaka say say what is it? You busa question. The busa question say what is good menstrual hygiene. Nana say na me can say it's the often change of pad as and when the pad gets soaked. So if you are saying you are based on economy, then that means that you can't clean yourself well. At least as I'm saying, say I'm not saying say 2 might not even be enough because you don't know the month in which you are in, the normal flow or the quantity of blood flow that will be in a body system. That will be gushing out from the system. So if you are based on only one part and you are saying say person will change you only 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. So what if say oh share now after 2 hours now you get what's staying in home now I over soak now maybe I want to maybe I will potato now I soak it to the sense or atadia or share kana echi I then afọ near there and it doesn't speak well as a lady. Okay. Maybe
into time no I heard say in every 4 hours no you should be able to change it whether I soaked and now say any soaked here to prevent some infections. Is it right like that? Is it
ideology to say psychologically I don't want to use the time frame because the time frame one and somebody out there because say acquire na okano and then stand busa as a partner boy na one tiana yes of course ne board but send a medical catch on busy on the 4 hour year and I say every 4 hours you know acquire say how we take medications at the hospital and I say I'm on medication it was 4 hours be no more doing and I miss a constant okay will be can say any work back coaching but as and when a maximum and I say the least you should do within a day, within the 24 hours, it should be around 4 or 5. It's a ultimate change. Because when the menstrual cycle, we don't only have the flow. Depending on the flow. Because and I make an if I say, oh, you need a small flow, and I say flow, no, that's heavy. But as we say, you know, the same choice say, and yet only blood and quan and a year back out during menstrual flow because we have another fluid flowing out of the system. Your could be yellowish with the blood maybe to be reddish or other type of colors. We have colors of menstrual cycle. We have type of flu nearby. A bit me yellowish, a bit one eye near cocoa cry, one ma near green idea. But that of the other colors, apart from the yellowish one or the ones that look like a blood, then any other color, then you should weekly report to a doctor as well.
Oh, okay. Now, say about a first day, no. Sometimes I hear dark. And at the last days, so no, a drapia, a was a color, no, any blood color, and also a BB.
And saying a medical catcher say, yeah, well, about 2 to 3 colors, say reddish, any reddish is a coy, say, Mujaka can reddish, no fine. A yellow version, so now we just compare to blood, which is also cool. But without of the say amber green, dark, and also a normal. With the first one, because the blood has already accumulated in the system before it is gushing out. You see, so once it has been accumulated, you say blood crowd, you see what and I say, and walk cry, if you, which one would I cry, go, neighbor, check a crowd, we say, it has 10 into different colors in there, either dark or the other kind of the color. And so for that one, you don't have much problem. There's no problem about it. It's a normal flu because, as I said, other fluid are joining up for the flu. Any problem, be a sa yamana.
Okay, you will say if I am right, I may be right. Now, okay, say we now menses and train say, you say, pad ne boy ding into no be you seen it twice a day. I was so who system no. You would months be why you heavy flow. And your month ni being so on one and shut down back. It's based on said the flow near bano. And na ebema was a pad no frequently. To say ebia anopa was a son. Ebeba by 11 no. Now if you say why soap that you have to change it. Ebeba by say 4 no why soap that you have to change. Nini na wo sesa nini na wo wash wonsa because unnim die obetimi apeke kwaya time a wo sesa oho no. Okay, pacho waba Mr. Otnase na ye na yesua ade kakra ewa ha me pese mo like na mo share emma emba no emba ma ne nsu behia because enye time bia na emba ne wa ahoden se ye besesa ye sanitary pad obema bi nsu hu a eye na we hu nsu se enye se oba endi ne hu ni nkoa na obetimi nya infection se unya o menses na se wan keep you hu yie nsu a utimi nya infections. It's Mr. Mon like mon share na mon comment me read the comments ni nyina amamu. Okay, Mr. Abdul say oh yeah o menses na direction bang and I was say wash it down. Saying I was say oh efa. So the bear as you were saying say infection won't mean any be.
Okay, actually, to prevent yourself from infections, and I say how to wash down, the direction of washing down during your menstrual cycle. It's just so simple. Okay. Actually, we do use a term saying we should wash from top to down. Why would somebody say from top to down? Because actually I have bent down, and why don't I use it from down to top? What we are saying from top to down, you say top, on a verb on a and a down, is closer. You don't forget that the female organ is closer to that of the anus. Okay, so when you try washing down to up, then you are picking infection from the anus to the vulva.
Oh,
okay, so we are washing the vulva and not the vagina. Okay, so we are washing from top to down. You are going to wash from top to down so that whatever infection it is, as you wash down, it goes down as possible. You don't pick the infection whilst you are washing, and then you'll be carrying in up there. Okay, you'll get easily infected. Though you use a number of water to wash it, but don't forget, and I mean, my mouth say you have to wash from the vulva to that down part of the anus. And anytime you are washing down, make sure you wash and you wash the anus part of it. Wash all the when you're done washing the private part, you wash the anus part of it. Because if you leave it and then you lay a different part into the sanitary pad, then that means that you are carrying the infection just and transfer it. So what if there are germs inside there? It will just travel on the pad and then it can easily travel inside. Don't forget to detect and germs, unless you are going to use that of the you can only use that kind of the fake and other things to. You just have to go to lab before you can get to know say maybe say
how okay now what of almost omukolu no ma omode omonsa awoshe then omo tissue they use their bare hands to wash back there. Immediately they will come to the bathhouse, squat, and then start washing. And also, will it affect it? Also, they say, wakolu, instead of saying use tissue, no. We are home, so be touch it, no. What the one use tissue? Wako wash it, wakolu, wako wash it. Wash it, na what's that the about with him or eba wash it down and so we dry it. Is that one to say a bit me the infection be about anymore and now what they want so you clean.
Oh, ideology, if you have gone to the loo and then you want to change your sanitary pad and I say you've come down, you want to wash your sanitary pad, then that means that send our kind. If only you are washing and then you are not taking it to the verbal part, there might not be a problem. But it is best after using the loo, then that means that you should be able to use a tissue as a lady. So that at least all the tissue in the paper so can then the surface, and I say the surface will not be so moist as in compared to say all the tissue now then have a percent there. You can now wash from down, you can now wash from the up to down. Okay. Because the ideology don't wash, I want to make us wash it down part in a corner wager other part so I then I carry where then ever form.
Okay. It's ye nuano mumba yesremo se mo ko lua men ka se we de maro me hu nyina me ko akodware prekunti no me hohu echi ho no mo wako lu no me hohu echi ho no mo na masori aba be hohu enim ha no se yese wo yesa wo di infection ebeba wenim ho na infection ne so no unya ebe take time kakra ansa na wehu eno lab na ebe ma wo ehu nti yesremo se moko yisulu ho a mo wo monsa mo fa tissue ansa na ubeba wenim ho a waba wenim ho se ubaba wenim ho no mo yi nti no hygienic practices no wetimi amayebi kakra aka.
Okay, so during our talking, I can't hygienic practices, no. You deba come you know better as I can, but I say you can you better you start changing if you show home you now. I so simple. Okay, so the one of the hygienic practices which is most commonly say at any time be able to change the sanitary pad when sanitary pad is soaked and as when you are changing it, then at least you should have that of your tissue. Okay, it is very good as a lady. You have the tissue, the moist one or the dry one could do. But you don't make sure you don't get the one which contains a lot of soapy. This time around, the brands are coming out a lot. So make sure the one you are going to pick up is not that of soapy one.
Antibacterial, so
exactly, because we have some organs or we have some. I don't know how to actually, but the vagina is a self-cleanse oven. You understand? A self-cleanse oven.
How to even wash down.
Gradually, the my handle the kind so gradually, the part of washing down, I can use the tissue to at least clean the place before you wash.
Okay, as we use sanitary pad, or so the tissue, a paper or a wipe kakra.
Exactly.
And some I wash it with water.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that is before you can wash down with that of the water. And exactly so. As when one of the parts of good menstrual hygiene as when discarded. If you are good enough, as a lady there or panties there, and you have a very big bag for panties, panties bag you come back on and it's not that bad. So as when you change the sanitary pad, it's better you change that of the panties.
Hey, na say my pants na my sanitary pad. Na say me yi pad na bibi a stain bi enim. Makes media I share the other one. I didn't know Miss Ancestor panty no. As Mrs. Panty na Mrs. Pad.
Okay, so actually we are just trying to prevent infection during menstrual cycle, and then you know as you are sweating, you know, as you are bleeding, you know, as when you can also much sweat. Though some lady will not sweat, but ideally you don't forget about whatever you cover. The down part is always a sweating area, no matter how you keep yourself, whether you are even in that of the AC, it will still have some sweat. Because you are going to be sitting for a while and that thing. So as man is when it gets soaked, a little drop or a little soak of the water can also transfer itself into the panties. You understand?
So the sweat also can give you infection.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow, we didn't know this one there. I'm sure. So we okay, what if say me too kind? Na me who say my hair soaked. Na me se sa me wa say me sa panty no na no de. On say a sad time ni mu na e na betimi ama yenyinya sa kind of infections no. E me man patrol. Enya say yakọ say ye ho kwa na ebenya infection no. Mumti ha menstrual hygiene. Sweat keke kra once sa o panty a ni nyina so timi ma infection. Iti Mr. Abdul. Sa according to your best say your panty, your best say your pad, and no, I have my infection no. Time na nya sa convenience time na nya for your hono. I have my say your panty. Unje say ye ni hata emo na wu. Ye yi ni hata panty ye si emo na enwu ye.
Panty na we na. Usi no cry now, was a hat no cry, no cry. No.
May you, my hata we, me money muye.
No, but there will be order. So that will also bring another part of order at the genital area. Now we won't say about kama now the price good now. We pay one thing eja.
You and the sana the day number.
Allah na oba ya ntin kwa ko yi na o ko jina kwa ho na anyume be ma bi so twem eja. No, Ochum no so beto no so to no kufi. Ko du fi ya na akoda ne gobe ye. Eja.
Gobe ne so mo de. Gobe de se mu ti bi nja edu na kwa bi obe yo.
Oh. That one ma be ka say. Kan ni kra so ye there but ideology ye be ma bi anso na eja. Or obey say or he will prefer.
Who self way ti oba de was say and was say what bibia sa e wo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Engineer, according to Mudia, no, now always, you know, actually, you know, you should know yourself, but don't predict for every month as okay. I know myself. Every month I actually use only one sanitary pack. I mean the pack only one, and then I'm free to go. No, it could not happen for that of the next month in front of you. Okay, so as you are in a travel, if it's ideology, you know, traveling from I think Accra to Cape Coast is a journey of about 3 hours and then more. Okay, depending on the car you bought. So it is good enough as you are going. You know, ladies, the person is carrying even a small that bag as you can see, but ideology there are a lot of things in there.
Exactly.
So if you are able to carry a pad into it, at least I think one pants or two could also do as well, because you don't know when it will get soaked and more. When going to Cape Coast, it's only the buses that have a bus stop for a 30 minutes rest or 10 minutes rest, and then they continue the journey. For the others like the sprinters and then the 2047 or no siswa. Apentem kwa ko you to egu no anya kwa for before.
Oh, okay.
So if you're likely to then you board that kind of the bus, a do bus stop no see you can ideology, you know, obetimi akose sound pad no. Now you change the panties to as well as in when it's too, because one can say okay, if you're 1 hour journey, because sharing is not that soak. The hour in front of you is 2 hours for you to get to Cape Coast. On Saturday for you don't know what is going to happen. So if it's so good for you, you get to the bus stop, try and possible. Be a woman can to change the panties and then you change the pad as well. So always be prepared for anything, because you don't know what is going to happen.
Okay.
Actually, you don't know what is going to happen.
Okay. Yebeko yaboa for Top G multimedia for asoya sin wo program here ye about youth of today. Top G multimedia for no omo ye no maybe say graphic design, omo ye general printing, omo ye large formatting, branding, photo shoot, video, omo ye live streaming, streaming, sorry. Omo ye secretarial services. Omo ye niema bebre se o ware na ope obi aso wasen a omo ye videos ni nyina photo shoot pre-birthday, pre-wedding shoots ni nyina omo ye bi. Yen se mre no ye betwa ye ho kakra ye ba ye beto aso. Patro mo share na mo like na mo comment emaye. Yen try ye ho.
Hello viewers, this is Elder Bernard Ameho. Keep watching the youth of today on Top GTV. Listen every Friday from 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. and your life will never be the same because it is very educative. Bye bye.
Hello, lovely people. It's your girl Grace Downford. Keep watching it on today. That's on every Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. at Top GTV, and you will love it. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello, lovely people. It's your girl Grace Downford. Keep watching it on today. That's on every Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. at Top GTV, and you will love it. Thank you. Bye bye.
Say about the youth of today and then topic ye discuss your menstrual hygiene and then your health. Last week na entertainment, this week yesuya hundidie kakra. Na ye kono na ye ka bibi se o sesa o pad na kebeya anka obesesa o panty ni nso aka ho. Said de beya sustain biampo nka pants ni mu a sweat there wa sweat wo ho inti sweat nso timi ma infection ana se odo inti se wo sesa wo pada sesa wo pants nso ka ho. Okay, Mr. Abdul, inti how often should you wash your genital area during periods?
The washing of genital area during period, you know, as and when, as in you change the pad, you wash the genital area.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
Me dware anopa. Ma shepherd. Abo 11 me best same ho. E was said me sa dware na me hohoro hokeke.
Ideology, you know, it depends. Maybe I will feel and I say, you are not at home. But I will feel now and say during the blood flow, no, maybe you will sweat a little bit. Now your home choice, be okay. Then you sweat a little bit. Ideology, you can choose to just go into the bathhouse, just take a shower, not per se bath, but then you can just wash down, and then it will give you a very good cleaning of the genital area. But as you are awake, when to me and say you are going to the bathhouse and as you are going to the washroom to shower down, okay, you use that kind of your tissue, you wipe, you get some water, and then you wash the private parts. If you are not able to get, that's easy. And I can say you should get that of the moist tissues, okay? Yeah. You can clean the place very well, and then you set a different pad as well. Then don't forget to wash your hand thoroughly. Under the running water or that of any even water, but then you should wash your hands very well after that procedure, okay? And then even as when you are even about to go there to change the sanitary pad, okay? And then when you're about to wash down there, okay, maybe you take off the panties, take off the sanitary pad, you're about to wash down there. I think you should wash your hand very well, so that whatever you were doing, okay, you don't carry that of infection into the body system. And when you are done to, you wash your hands so that you don't carry the infection out to the environment, okay? Maybe as I say, you were cooking, okay, and then actually you got to know that you were very soaked when you're in the process of cutting on the onion. Okay, yeah, you dip your hand into the pepper too as well, just about to spread it on that of your garnished maybe food, and then all of a sudden you got soaked. Okay, or somebody catch it, or mommy catch it and tell you, oh, Sir Jolly, I think you are soiled, your shirt is a kind of soiled. Can you quickly go and then change off? So as you're going to change that kind of thing, I mean, you should wash your hand because you just dip your hand to the pepper. Don't forget you're taking the pepper, the onion, there. Okay, and then if you don't take care, you kill some of the bacteria that are protecting the place as well.
Taking the onion and pepper there.
And I mean taking hot or kind of anything into the body system which is not applicable. You know, with soap alone. It's not every type of soap we use in cleaning that of the vagina area.
Any type. Do you have to use soap there?
We don't use soap in cleaning the place, okay? We actually don't use soap in cleaning the place, but some people do, and then it is not advisable. It's not advisable. When you are bathing, yes, you are bathing, so the soap the soapy water will also then just go past in there. Or when you are bathing, you feel you want to use a sponge over there as well. But then do not force it inside. You are only cleaning the vulval part of the genital area. You are not cleaning the vagina. Do not dip your hand into the vagina and say, I can feel there's a clot of blood hiding some part of my vagina. No, you don't have to dip your fingers into your vagina.
So how would that clot come out?
Actually, don't forget I said the machine is there. It's a self-cleansing oven. Okay? Whatever you put it in the oven to bake, no matter how the hours it is, it's going to bake just as you want it. Okay, and then don't forget, you now also come out of the system. So anything how God has prepared the place will be able to clean itself. You don't need to force up the place.
Hey, me say abrobi but na TV so maybe say tete no omo go fro omo ho a omo di nsuo nyu na omo di aboho na omo di omo nsa anenam ho kakra eyiyi ni o mebi wo ho no mo a ewuwu efi ho na say de say na mafo ye fa ye san hyehyehye ho no mo omo nanu na bo a omo na sisi a o say ye fa ye san hye cloth yi ko hyehyehye we are sure say ni nyina beba na no say I was say o de hye ho and na ye say and was say ye de hye ho nti sisi a ye gina fifi mu de enye.
Okay, if I should talk about that of the 80s or the 70s, and there are some of our cars old age, you know, or more can say, you know, actually during those time to get water alone itself wasn't easy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and even today, even some part of our car getting water is very tough. So water flow, or sometimes we get water issues near the idea. But let's go back to the point of the 80s or the 70s, okay? When they were using that water, a little bit of water, and as a little bit of salt into the water.
Salt, iodine, or
the table salt was what they knew in back of the 80s.
And now down there, no.
I down there American.
Okay, and table salt.
No, table salt in the domayam no.
Iodine.
I down there no, and then abu the block one. So that's what they got. They knew about. I don't know what some people call it. And about the block one, they put a little bit, just like a finger tip they pick, and then they put it in a bucket of water. Let's say half bucket of water, and I say be a pill and if use just some few drops into it. But before the water is up, they use water was difficult. So any water they use, they boil the water. So they boil the water to the particular percentage. Let's say even when it boils at 100%, you leave it for it to get cold or get warm, and then they wash down part of the body. But and then when you telling somebody say the person supposed to use that of Adam will know into
so don't sabe ye say na de gun.
We have only normal education is a here now. We were in China gun so no have a bucket of water no be a bare 50%. Now 50% I mean can it's me the me more 1 month to car maybe that's all. Or the gun ma esu ka be sing a pone da ho na.
So na kasa kwa no entimi enba.
Mean Canada me about. So they used to do that, and then when the water is kind of warm, you know, they used to wash the parts. But as I was saying, they don't put their hands into the vagina. They wash some parts of the vagina. You know, you burn at a particular degree. Okay. So that the ovary look like the organ gets open wall. Not kind of you going to open, put your fingers into where to open it. No, when you bend at a particular position and when you squat very well, yes, it actually opens the parts you are supposed to wash. You wash the vulva and do not dip your hands like I can feel some cloth. Let me bring it out. No. If you can feel some cloth and then it's not coming out. Yes,
I
actually
push it out.
No, leave it. Let it be there. And then after the menstrual cycle, you can still feel it. And then I think from there you can proceed to see a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Because if you use some cloths, when you take them out, it's bring more bleeding. You know, during labor, it's not every cloth. Some clothes can be in the system. When immediately you wipe it off from the system, it's gush out blood. So there's no, as I was saying, I may say, so that's what the old age were doing. But then today, the system has changed. Now water is so common in areas. When you even can buy 20 pesos of or 30 pesos of pure water and you can even use to wash the place. Okay.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, say my and fire and sano and kwashisha ade na ahohoro ne ho dada. Itu tai don sa hyehyehye ho ma wo ankasa wo ha wo ho. Cloth bi wo ho a eboa se de be ya yem bleedi bebre. Iti amfa won sa kwahyehyehye ho no mu bebre na nka se mehu bibi wa ha me kwatwe afio. Mehu bibi wa ha me kwatwe afio. Ma ne hye ho eno abe hohoro ne ho. Because nyankopon na ye ne se eno ankasa enhohoro na ade ho. You better read these small messages be pamocho and they health and then entertainment mon comment na mon share na yen sua nioma bebre emfa yampomudin ho Gabriel Sapon from Amasama say I really enjoying this program you do all my lovely sister. Thank you Gabriel, thank you. I'm watching so share Ellen White sin so share Eugene. Okay. Yadamu nyina mase. Muma comments name bra be ready amamo. Ye movie to. Si say who say won say ye de nyama hyehyɛ ya say. Do you have to wash your hands after changing a sanitary pad? Oba ho keke after osesano.
As I was saying, not just washing of the hand, but at least you should get some soap to wash your hand very well.
Okay.
Okay, so break the carrying of infections across whether into the system or after. Because as I was saying, don't forget that make a scenario that you are in a kitchen where mommy said go and then get changed because you are soaked, and then you come back without your hands washed. Now you are going back to the cooking, so actually you are going to infect the family food. And that would not be the perfect way.
Okay. Common hygiene during menstrual period no. But tremu kakra my obi penche chemu bi efi ehono.
I say common hygiene as in
what is common hygiene during period no? Or say opemu chemu kakra. Common hygiene during.
Okay. So actually say you can common hygiene during menstrual period. Common one I can say change your pad as and when it gets soaked. Wash your hands after and then before changing the sanitary pad. Wash down as often as you can. Okay, so even let's say ideology, if you are home and you are not going anywhere, if somebody that you are doing home chores and then you get soaked at that possible time and then you're about to change your pad, water is not more expensive now. No, actually when you are living in Accra, then that's when you see water is expensive. But when you're about to change your sanitary pad, just wash down, just a shower, just let the water flow down, and then it also make the body system relax and then freshen up to push anything that is supposed to push down. Okay. And then as I was saying, the use of the moist tissue or that of the dry one. Use it, don't just use any one. Don't go just buy any toilet roll where it's not well prepared or it's not well hygienic. Some of the toilet rolls
and you
a popo na barrel anything barrel.
That's why too sensitive and was a baby crack Setiro crab etimi ye barrel wo ho no one yes on sana edin for
go tree you get scratches and then from there you are just going to get some part of itches or get some part of.
Okay, you know, and topic a menstrual hygiene. Ye church said, dear, obey you pad no when it is soaked. And now, and trying to say, pad near 10, or men's period near 5 days. It's in quite be as no, it was a 5 no, 10 pads no, and so 5 days no. Me patrol say a 4. Ehu baby asoni egu panty nim na wo se wo sisa because yare a obeto ama wo ho no ne boy din say 12 cedis pad enti de ye kan ne se o sisa wo ho so a na wo se sisa wo panty no because panty ni so no eya infiltrate ye esan say down a infama anko ho no sauti esimu kra according to your nurse you say esimu kra na hono no eswete dada iti no wo sesa pad no na wo say sesa o panty no ena pacho memim bisa panties no e wo say unya particular panties for menses ana say me dem menses time dem the black and one you is it appropriate that way?
Oh, ideology, you know, the only thing I can say about the panties is about, say, you are not going to wear that kind of nylon in either material, but it should be like a cotton one. You see, get a cotton panties during your menstrual cycle, and then it should be a tight one, not a loose one that when you are even soak, you will not get to know that you are soaked. Okay, it should be a tight one, so that
panty.
Yeah, a very tight panty.
But some folks always say tight panties, yeah, and tie new one up during the menses need them care.
Tight panties, as you know, like don't what's going to tie you too much, but then what can get you in contact because it's the blood flow is very heavy, okay, and then the pad gets soaked, or when as in there are space around just the panties, you don't forget you can get soiled at any time, even when the pad there is not even
not full,
it's not full or it's not well soaked, and then it can just get you. But that's why I'm saying it should be at least a tight for pants, not very tight, but then it should be tight so that when it pad gets soaked, you get to notice with the body senses. You know, the body senses will tell you, okay, that's or now you can feel from your body that my pad is soaked. Then you can then go and then you change it. No place. If you have that kind of, you are using red throughout the whole panty, the whole menstrual cycle, we don't have a problem. Out of the color, we don't have a problem. But then what we are much concerned about is that get a very close panties, very tight one, not a very, but then the tight panties, what the correct sanitary pad, exactly.
Because they say, who you see pants as a grandma gave me, so pants no, kasi no, pad ni nye makra bona, etimi faho, na oti wafo se unye soaked, but afaho, ne good pad nim, it is a ya menses na, ye best senka, pad no, panty no, and title kakra, so the bear say, we are soaked da, ubehu, and also say, position ne bia, what dano, say a bed famwa, and no bed j, say and famuno. Okay, ye better was say, what be a name needs to be actually, not a person demonstration, but Janye demonstration no because ye nya maybe. Dami say me producer say Osho say ye dey sa me man baby ba ha. Osho inti no o de me poa me de be gu ne so kakra. Messages no embao but the aba no ye ready. Questions bi wo hon so a me sre mo monfa embra na yembisa ye nurse emma me patrol maybe say okay now o can say 4 hours need in here me wa because ye Google pa ye say 4 hours be ye say pad no it's 4 hours need in hu here but who say why ye soaked there hu here so sesa
exactly
who say why ye soaked there was sesa but enye say 4 hours because e bia na wo tu kwan maybe you call north, me call north. Na Satana na me ya. It's 12 hours. Is it 16 hours? And na tamale say he. It's 16 hours and not 12 hours. And I call ye do a pine so. was say yes sister say me sister enti no me nyina no me de na minim say panty ni so sister me de me hu say panty no hwinim. I'm not learning this thing from you today, so please, our sisters, the panty can also give us infection. The sweat in the panty may come and no power because we don't know. We didn't know. We are now learning. So sweat in the panties, no, and also my infection. And yes, I got na public toilet. So excuse me, in kwane bema o infection. So oh your menses, nessa o sweaty. Automatically, yes, so best sweaty. It's who your menses. Oh, se sound pad 4 hours, as sound panty so 4 hours. So what's the sun is 6 hours, so panty in so I just say being near Muntino. What they mad the next day, and now they made you ready, you know. Sesano, any pad no. Pe. Say ye but call small messages because or say I'm loving the show. And I'm really learning from it. Watching from Amasaman. Kobiska, okay, Amasaman for your chiamunina. And now Edna, or say, please ask him what food we should eat during that period. That will help we have having strong wells. Okay, dear me person, me tia say, I not just say, your menses, or person who Indiana was say, woody, any day would say, baby, one ya, a one was that period name. A person who in Diana was say yedi. Pius 2 is watching. Okay, ye church amunina Edna. Pacho, ye brabe answer question. Pacho in Diana Ben was say yedi.
Actually, what's the food type will be during menstrual cycle? No, dear, I can't restrict anybody or give anybody questions of any food to eat. But based on the community where you are living, but then. Don't forget, fruit does everything in the system. Okay. Yes. So any type of fruit that you have around during the menstrual cycle, you can eat it. Okay. Actually fruits get to regulate the body system very well during menstrual cycle. You're able to get that kind of your banana, your orange, your pineapple, your watermelon, and the others. Okay. And then make sure you take in a lot of soupy food as well. Soupy. Yes. Forget about the spicy. You know, the spicy food of late is changing everything in the body system. Okay. That is what is also destroying our young guys outside there, where they are not able to fight very well when they go down into the bed. And actually, one of my fancy guys who understands the terms I'm trying to, you know, when it's time for benching and other things, they get very loose at any time. Okay. So the spicy food can also change your menstrual cycle depending on the food you are eating. Okay, it could get the blood flow very faster, or it could delay it, and then you will not even match up to the 5 or 7 days, which is the maximum date of it. When you are menstruating less than 5, I think then you should be planning to see a doctor immediately after this conversation as we are having on this.
Oh, okay. To say, women says back to say 3 days, 2 days.
Then you are at a very risk.
What if say me start saying and my menses no from day 1 and me start saying about 3 days?
See a doctor. Okay, for the doctor, or the doctor will get you run some laboratories, and then we see if that is the system. But then ideology, the least should be at least the 5. If you have 4 to go, sometimes it shouldn't be in a whole year or in 6 months. Then you are only flowing for 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days. At least you should go an extra amount at least of like a 5 or 6. Then you should know that, okay, previously last month I couldn't eat well, or I couldn't keep myself well. Okay. Infection could also break down the cycling. Oh, okay. And then the food you take in could also break the cycling. So as a lady, eating of fruit. Now as a human being itself, eating of fruit should be something you should be always be doing frequently. Yes, now fruits are very expensive, but once in a while a week, get a banana 1 or 2, yes, help you regulate the body system for that of it.
Okay, now you say so your menses na so di sugary food and nane na ba more advisable. To say me yeah me menses na me nom Milo me nom drinks said the be more, is it advisable to be on that?
If you are talking about Milo, you are due to go.
Milo no the sugar can home.
Okay, so that's why I said if you are talking about Milo, then you are good
Sugary
to go.
food.
But if you are talking about sugary food, as taking in that kind of the sugary drinks by the roadside just anyhow, then you'll be at risk. It's either you flow more or you flow less. Yes.
And nani mojabia.
No.
Oh, okay. It's a sugar.
I have not read anywhere. If maybe there's from here, maybe I'll go and find out, or I'll go and then read more, and then I'll get to know that sugar or eating sugar help in regulating or help in melting blood in the system for menstrual cycle. Then, fine. But then what I've read so far, and then what I know so far, blood got nothing to do with sugar. Okay, we're eating too much sugar that it will regulate you into that of menstrual cycle. I don't think it's best. But then taking the Milo, I think taking the Milo, a cup of Milo without even the sugar is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can afford it, yes, you can. You are due to go. Okay, you can take all those ones, but that's not the sugar. You're not talking about the sugar. Because I'm talking about the sugar content. That means that somebody is even going to the extra mile, taking a teaspoon of 3 or 4 into a cup of water, and then a Milo of just a teaspoon. Then take it just as we are saying sugar with that. But then sugar got nothing to do with.
Okay, so what if say month we mindidi anopa, medidi at 2 o'clock, medidi at 3 o'clock? Will it affect my menstrual cycle?
Ideology, I don't think it could affect your menstrual cycle.
But sometimes they say when didi anopa ninti no, when your menses no,
That's what they say.
Say when didi anopa, ebia month we minya pains. Obi beka say oh say any anopa no when didi nti na ama pains no. By pains edi etwe no. Ampa anopa didi affect no. Say Google it.
They are saying, say, you know, when you were going to school, one of my friends will tell you that if anything, you just like, okay, fine, let's go. And then after googling, you tell you, say, what did you see there? And everybody has to read his content out. Okay, but then you have a way of using the Google itself. Okay, when you see the ITs, they will tell you more about how to use the Google itself. Because as in, you're going to tell you, say, who can you realize who I didn't know one year can we say, do you know more than Google? So let us go to Google right now and find out. Okay, that 1 + 1 it is 2, and then you come back to the layman's idea. He tells you that after marriage 1 + 1 is 1. We in the common sense, he's trying to bind the marriage that the two of you are now one. But then mathematics is saying that it is 2. So actually separately, a marriage man and a marriage like woman are different altogether. But then marriage has brought you people together, accumulating you are one. So let us not say that whatever we see on Google is the right thing. So as I was saying, you eating that of the afternoon, maybe eat at 12, you don't eat in the morning. I think when you get up early in the morning, I think a water could do.
Okay.
A water could do. Even if you are not going to eat, you try this and then it will be the best for you. Sometimes when you get up in the morning, before you eat, a cup of water and then a sachet of the water, the 500 ml, you should take it. You know, without even thinking about it, you just take it fully. Some people used to do that even before they brush their teeth, and then some immediately after brushing their teeth, you take in that water. And that water could sustain you for about 2 or 3 hours, even when you are not eating. And then if it becomes a practice about you, you see that your body system will get cope with it. So even as you are saying that you are not going to eat till 12, then that means that water should get into the system. Okay, starving yourself alone could cause another diagnosis in a medical terms for you. You know, easily ones are the ulcer as well. If you deal with it, you are going to get the ulcer, and then treating ulcer itself is a whole thing altogether.
Okay. Mr. Abdul, yɛda wase ɛnɛ wakyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma bebree ni so na deɛ ɛnɛ yɛde baeɛ ne menstrual hygiene. Yɛsɛ sisa o pad when and at any time bia wo feel say ayɛ soaked no sisa ana o sisa so no na o sisa panting because in fifrate me so the bacteria kɔ yɛ ma enya infection afei so sɛ wo yi a wo horo nsa na kɔto a dwumedi a wo yɛ so in case dware a wo change no horo nsa sɛ lebe ya won carry bacteria to wherever you are going and e dwumedi no time na aso yɛn your time no aso but Mr. Abdul ye pese untu ye for kakra na yemfa bibiamba ewiye unti ye for about your topic but it tough amaye.
Okay. If we took a cry, they might be a banum about one thing when they say during your menstrual cycle, no, say they can't say, but Madiana, a keep you home any carrying infections because carrying infection alone, or your system may be weaker during the menstrual cycle, no, you can be going through pains at the idea. There's a question about consular escaping and also Busa say, is it advisable to have sex during menstrual cycle?
Oh, okay.
And about Kuzi Busa say, please can I? I say, please, I heard that when you bleed, I'm saying you also blend and I blend garlic to drink, the blood flows well when in the clots. Is it true? So this person is trying to find out that
network, no.
Network need baking. Try so we want to find out say or no objective so blend of garlic is also helping taking the clot out of the system. Blending the garlic alone with drinking, I don't think it could be that easy for you. Okay.
Some people chew it too.
Yes, I can't remember during the 80s where we were watching those Chinese movies where this young man has been chewing garlic, just like I think morning, afternoon, evening. That was the only food he was even eating, and then the whole room was smelling out of garlic. So some could do, but don't forget. It's a factor for different sickness into the system or illness into the body system. Okay. Yeah, ideology, yes. Because when everything gets too much into the system, you are going to be infected with it. Okay. Ideology, it is not good when you are menstruating. I don't think it is good for you to be enjoying sex as well.
Oh, okay.
It is very bad. The 70s and the 80s are old ages. They will tell you, like musubo. Actually, you know, the person is cleaning the body, preparing the body system for
bringing out the tea.
Exactly. That's the body doesn't need anymore. The person is bringing them out. Then you are also getting in contact with that. Okay. How could you know what may be? God in his own image, you know, God in his own knowledge is trying to clean the body system, the blood coming out, there's a sickness flowing out of it. Then you get in contact to it. The male organ itself is already open.
Yeah.
So whatever you get in contact, you get straight into it.
Yes, the infection and all that.
The infection and everything goes into that.
Because they're waste products.
Yes.
What if the person uses a condom? I'm not seeing the messages.
What if the person still uses a condom?
Yes. I don't know. Because make it need 7 days. Baby, so it's in control the home. Or shut down so at the end of the for Mori or Bobby.
Actually. And as if that's what we are saying there, then let's look at this scenario where a married man, your wife has delivered, or your wife is about delivering, okay, are delivered, and at least you need to leave the lady for about 2 or 3 months for him to re-prepare the body system. Okay, immediately at the delivery.
You need to leave the lady.
Yes, at least 2 to 3 months for the person to re-prepare the body system.
7 months to 8-9 months, no, and 6 months to.
No, after the person has delivered.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then you need the person about a month, 2 or 3. Okay. Because the first month itself, there still will be discharges.
Yes.
After the delivery.
Yes.
And then
I say how quiet crew.
And then exactly, and immediately, maybe the second month, he might pick up from maybe new menstrual cycle. No menstruation. And then next month, no menstruation. Then that means that he's going to clean up body. Some of them even have a very heavy blood clots from immediately after that, because maybe there might be a little bit reserve, as I was saying, reserve of the blood during the delivery. So I think I know about one thing. Now when you are breaking it, you want to enjoy. So this particular person, you can't go if you can't go closer to it. You can't enjoy. That means that probably you will be thinking about a different thing altogether. Because you can't be putting a person in pain.
Yes.
There's actually ideology. There's going to be something like a wound, and I say cook a crabia in abaho, oko brani pano, oko sanko dimuja. And actually, I think I have personally have to put that say it's another form of like courtesan. You are just trying to do courtship with.
The menses and then you are
enjoying. Actually, I have to put it in that way. Say, per se, like spiritual something.
Implications were all.
Implications were all. I think they are our old ages. They know. That's why they were telling us to stay away from that. But then, if you are a man of God, or you are not even a man of God, okay, those young guys are used to.
No, don't tell. So what for say bra? Also, oh yeah, what say bra?
Do the reason why some of the ladies too get deceived also.
They use steamed tomatoes. Yeah.
Oh, no person use tomatoes, but for some guys, he will not say you know mention, but he will be like, I'm interested if you open for a second share. And actually, you might also be tempted because maybe I'm just one corner be share me mention to me and now all those are found kakabu and say oh yeah ideology because I'm not shame now better yeah or who be man kwase agini sika kodi but ideology and you're fine.
Yes, yeah, memma no nye wo she condom kwa nye men during menses ne de e wo so otobo say 3 months oba wo na ultimate na nchen for 3 months na 7 days 5 days no enye kwan bia e wo say oye there are other ways I'll bet me dia ye onioma enye honko am ye beda ya boa for ase eye Top G multimedia for ye damase Top G TV ye damase ye da Mr. Abdul Salam Pacho Dini esa
Dini esa Jan Abdul Salam Aneti
okay ye da wase say one day sa nimdie we wabebie ni wo sa hygiene yimu yeda wase pa nyame sure ye beda ye crew for ase Mr. Dani yeda wase camera ni gamanche yeda wase ahemfo MCR yeda wase mi producer Dani me da wase ene gobe no we nja me bi ye pon a eno so mesa ni we hu wo ho kone ye da wase Top G official number ye number ye 0592351707 say ejumedie no o pese on sponsor ye say o pese Top G multimedia so embe shooting wo video be so asin wo wawawie mu a number we say number of be see her direct enkosi obia ni obeye wasa 0592351707 me amedi jumedi ebe FM Akosia Jolly o hwehwe mo Facebook Akosia Jolly Instagram Akosia Jolly TikTok Jolly 515 follow me na ye didi ye ho nkomo wo honomo da sede ye be hia bye.
Hello everyone, this is your girl Jolly, your lovely host of Hip of Today. This is a show where my guest and I will be discussing educative, entertaining and impactful topics. Catch me live this and every Friday at 2 to 3 p.m. only on Top G TV. And follow us on our social media platform, Top G Multimedia. For sponsorship, contact the numbers on your screen.